So I was expecting Claude Puel to be sacked, particularly after that bad performance against Crystal Palace. One thing that has took me by surprise is the fact Brendan Rodgers is favourite to take over and is expected to leave Celtic now to take over as Leicester City manager. This has really come as a surprise to me, as he seems very happy at Celtic and has a tremendous record up in Scotland. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this story, so if you haven't already, feel free to get your thoughts in the comments. That would be really great to hear everyone's thoughts in it. But Brendan Rodgers is set to take over from Claude Puel after holding talks with Leicester City. So Brendan Rodgers started off with Watford and Reading before he made his name with Swansea City in 2010. He joined the Swans, leaving in 2012. In that time, he got Swansea City promoted to the Premier League through the playoffs and also had a fantastic first season with the Swans in the Premier League. In 2012, he ended up joining Liverpool, his first major job as a manager, and he spent just over 3 years there. 166 games, 83 wins, 41 draws, 42 defeats, 293 goals scored and 200 goals conceded. A win rate of 50%. In that time, he managed to win LMA Manager of the Year. Liverpool had a fantastic season in the 2013-14 season, with the main sort of threat of that season being the amazing duo of Suarez and Sturridge having one of his best seasons. And then also added into that was, of course, Raheem Sterling, who was coming through at Liverpool at the time. They ended up slipping out of the top of the league, and Manchester City went on to win the title. The next season, things didn't go very well, and Brendan Rodgers ended up getting sacked the following season. So things went very, very good at the start of the Liverpool campaign. We're obviously getting nearly a title with Liverpool, something that they are still waiting for. But then he left in 2015. 2016, at the end of that season, he joined Celtic, and he has had a phenomenal record at Celtic. 169 games played, 118 wins, 25 draws and 26 defeats, 377 goals scored, just 136 conceded, and a 70% win ratio. So that's a really, really good record, and his CV in Scotland is perfect. I don't think he could get much more perfect. He's in his 2 seasons, 2 premierships delivered in the Scottish Cup. He's won both of those, and he's also won the Scottish League Cup 3 times, including this season. So he's won every single trophy on offer to him, besides in Europe, in the Europa League and also the Champions League, which they've really struggled. The first season, he was unbelievable. They actually went unbeaten the whole season, which was a phenomenal achievement, and they are currently on top of the Premiership yet again after having a little bit of a struggle. They didn't really recruit too well from what I saw. They lost Moussa Dembele. They never really replaced Moussa Dembele, but they are on top now, doing very, very, very well. So Leicester City then, let's take a look at them. Leicester City are having a phenomenal season. They're not really, are they? They're in 12th. 32 points, which is 8 points clear of Southampton. You'd expect Leicester to stay up fine, but it'll be interesting to see what he can do. Leicester City, they want more than just this mid-table security. They want to be in the top half. They want to be challenging for the League Cup, the FA Cup, because they know that the Premier League, that will never happen again for them. But they want to be up in the top half, maybe doing what a Wolves are currently doing, into the deep regions of the FA Cup. They've also done very well this season. They're currently 8th, but they are going to be aiming for that 7th spot going into Europe. That would be a big, big, big thing for Leicester. So there's a bit of a project going on at Leicester City, and that's something that Brendan Rodgers clearly wants to be a part of. I am really surprised at the timing of this. I really am, because I expected this to happen maybe, I don't know, maybe at the end of the season, in the summer, not in the middle of the season, particularly going on 3 fronts, already having won League Cup in the bag, fighting for the Premiership once again. I was expecting maybe this to happen at the end of the season, maybe to have an interim boss. This is the man they've decided they want, and that's very interesting. It's going to be interesting to see how he gets on. I think he is a solid appointment. I think he's done very well. At Swansea, he did very well at Liverpool. Obviously, towards the end, things didn't go too well. And he's done phenomenal at Celtic just because they're expected to win it. We've seen Ronnie Dyler. He really struggled with life in Celtic. They did end up winning the league, but only just, with Aberdeen chasing them down several seasons. So he's been very, very comfortable and has done the best that really Celtic fans could have asked for him. I'm really surprised he is meant to be a Celtic supporter, so I thought that would have maybe just been like, oh, well, he's definitely going to say, I'm really surprised at this, I'm really surprised at this. I thought maybe he'd fancy himself at a bit of a better club, but the thing is, Manchester City are going to appoint him, Liverpool are going to appoint him again, Manchester United won't appoint him, Chelsea won't appoint him, Tottenham won't appoint him, Arsenal, they probably won't appoint him. So that way, the only way he's going to get back into the Premier League is taking a non-top 6 side, and that is Leicester, a former Premier League winner, and a very, very good side. They have so many good players. The thing is, they need to be careful because there's so many times where things have gone wrong and the players have just jacked it in a little bit. We saw it with Claude Puel, we saw it with Craig Shakespeare, we saw it with Claudio Ranieri, and that is going to be interesting to see whether Rodgers can stop this. It's been interesting to see which faces he brings in and which faces he decides to get. But that is my thoughts on the current situation regarding Brendan Rodgers. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy, feel free to leave a like and comment as well if you have any thoughts on this story. Also, if you're new around here, feel free to smash the subscribe button and get involved with the Mike Talks Football channel. But thank you so much for watching nonetheless. I really appreciate it. My name is Mike and I will see you soon.